Hey, sure, it's September 1st. You know what that means?
Spooky season!
That's right. It is officially spooky season, and the Lassercast is jumping in with Shudder, the best horror streaming service out there. They have unveiled their entire list of movies, shows, and programming coming up for the next 2 months. We are 61 days till Halloween. We just came home from a little mini vacation, and apparently Athena, my wife, Charlotte's mom, she knew because we had the Halloween.
When we came home,
we had
let's
the
just
Halloween
say
doormat.
We saw Darth Vader.
Yeah,
No, I'm kidding.
There's a Darth Vader helmet behind me. There's literally candy on the coffee table in
Halloween dishes.
in Halloween dishes. So we are ready in our home already. I got my Fright Rags Halloween lunchbox here in case I get hungry. And we're ready to go. We're ready to talk about Shudder and what they have coming up for you this spooky season.
Shudder.
First of all, September. Tons of new stuff going up on Shudder and some old favorites. As usual, Thursday is the day for originals on Shudder, and they have an original movie coming. An original.
What do you mean original?
Well, a Shudder original, so something that is making its like streaming debut.
Okay.
A new horror movie that's just coming out, and it's like premiering on Shudder.
Oh, okay.
Usually that happens on Thursdays, and if they don't have a new movie coming out on Thursday, they have a show, a new premiere of a new show. So tomorrow, September 2nd, you have Superhost starring Barbara Crampton, who's also in Jacob's Wife. Great movie on Shudder. She's like the queen of Shudder now. You have a movie called Martyr's Lane coming later this month. Seance, which I've heard really good things about, coming later this month. And then something you're very familiar with, Creepshow, the series.
I don't watch it.
Well, you've watched a few episodes.
No, I haven't. I've never watched a Creepshow episode.
Didn't one of them scare you out of the room one time?
I don't know.
One of them scared her out of the room one time.
I have very bad memory.
Yes. Well, Creepshow Season 3 is coming back September 23rd, the first episode of the new season. I did a video on the Comic-Con panel. Comic-Con at Home panel for Creepshow, and the new season looks great. I can't wait for that. In terms of movies that are, established horror movies that you might have missed, one of my favorite movies, Joe Bob covered this on the last drive-in, House of the Devil is coming back to Shudder. I have a t-shirt of House of the Devil. Really great movie. Found footage, if you're a found footage horror movie fan, Grave Encounters 1 and 2 are coming on, I believe, September 6th. Those are really good found footage horror films. And more episodes of their series Slasher Flesh and Bone are coming September as well.
Oh.
October, though,
Yes.
and I know this is where you're very excited,
Huh.
Joe Bob is officially back. Joe Bob and Darcy will be back October 8th for the Halloween Hoedown.
I remember the first one. Well,
Yeah.
The first one I ever saw.
Yeah, can't wait. Just always great to have Joe Bob on our screens. Not yet. But also in October, we may be going back to a horror convention. And we may be meeting Joe Bob and Darcy. Sorry, she started to float away. Also on Shudder in October, VHS 1994 is coming out. That is a new anthology. It's part of the VHS series. Those are really good, especially the first two. Excellent. And some of the people that have worked on those have gone on to do great things in horror. Horror Noire, which was one of my favorite documentaries. Pete and Chris and I did an entire video on that last February. They're coming out with an anthology film from a lot of the creators that are in that documentary, they're making an anthology.
Or
that's where there's like little parts.
Trick or Treat?
Yes, exactly. And Creepshow.
Creepy show.
The Boulet Brothers, Dragula Season 4 returns in October as well. And this is a series that I think you are going to freaking love. Behind the Monster. Comes out on October 27th.
Sounds like Scooby-Doo.
Behind the Monster, according to the description, is they're going to do like deep dive episodes into different horror movie villains. Like Michael Myers is going to get an episode.
Okay,
Freddy Krueger is going to get an episode. And
is it like behind the scenes?
Yeah, well, it's like behind. It kind of goes into detail about how the monster in the horror movie was created, what went into casting the role, and you know the character. I feel like it's like a history of horror, but for specific characters in horror movies. Yes, Pacific characters. Of course, a favorite of ours, the Gulag, is coming back in October. That's like, you know, like when people watch the Yule log for Christmas. Remember, you just put on Shudder and you watch the fire burn and everything, like all the spooky stuff in the background. Also, very special thing that Shudder is doing. I believe they did this last year. They're bringing back the Shudder Halloween Hotline. Shar, hit the paper. Show it so that it's live in the camera. So yeah, Shudder's one of the guys who helps like basically run Shudder and run their programming, Sam Zimmerman, is actually going to be available on the phone from 3 to 4 o'clock Eastern time on Fridays in October.
I just said E2.
To give his recommendations of horror movies that you should watch. Such a cool thing that Shudder does. There's the phone number. Fridays 3 to 4
pause the video if you
p.m.
can't see it.
Yeah, pause the video. 914-481-2239. Well, that's good. They saw it. Yeah, they can take a screenshot.
Ooh, yeah, even better.
Pete and I are going to be covering a lot of the things that we talked about. Charlotte and I started doing weekly Joe Bob reviews. Depending on...
We did?
Yeah, remember? Oh. You have the worst memory for...
I
do! Do you remember that we just came back from like a little mini vacation?
Where'd we go?
Oh my God.
I'm kidding.
I think I've scared her so much with horror movies that she's losing actual brain capacity. But remember we would do we would watch Joe Bob and then we did videos.
Oh yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that for the Halloween Hoedown, and we're gonna get into Pete and I are gonna do. I think Pete and I are gonna alternate doing episodes of Creepshow, doing reviews of that. I was doing the reviews of that last year. One of my favorite shows, and that is Shudder. I'm super excited. Even though I am a teacher in my day job, and normally the idea of it being September kind of sickens me in a way, like, oh, I gotta go back to work. Being a horror movie fan just makes it so much better. You see behind me, like, all this horror movie stuff. This stays up year round. It's spooky season year round for me, but it's just super special when you get into September and October, and no better streaming service helps you as a horror movie fan than Shudder. So,
it's Easter, let's watch a horror movie. It's Christmas, let's watch a horror movie.
Yeah, that's pretty much how our household works. In fact,
it's
as soon as we
July
end
4th.
this video, we're going to go watch a horror movie.
Yeah. Friday the 13th, part 6.
That's right. We're up to part 6. So we will see you on the Lassercast very soon. This weekend, Pete and I are filming another video on our James Wan-a-thon series. We are going to be watching and talking about Dead Silence. Who is James Wan? Oh my God. You've seen all the Conjuring movies. He's the guy who directed Insidious and scared you so much. Exactly. And he also directed the first Saw movie.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Start remembering things. You're going back to school. You need to have comprehension. God.
School?
Danny, do you remember your name?
Charlotte.
Oh, thank God. And this has been us for the Lacercast. Subscribe to Shudder. It is the best value. It's like $5 a month for some of the best quality original horror, classic films, series, so much great stuff. Oh, great.
Goodbye.
Yes.
This was the Darth Vader thing we were talking about.
Yes. I'm glad you remember his name. We will see you
Goodbye,
very
Luke
soon.
Skywalker.
Yes, bye.